Allez, allez, allez. Welcome to the Sheff United Way. My name is Hal, and welcome to this match preview for 18th placed Sheffield United versus 23rd placed Norwich City. It's at Bramall Lane. It's a 7:45 p.m. kickoff on Tuesday. Fair to say, the Blades, we have been on some run. It's really been great to see. I've been so impressed. Sheffield United have picked up more points in the past 5 games than any other championship side. It is all starting to... that wasn't a great click. But it is all starting to click. And, we have to go back to the last, I think it's 4 games of the 2016-17 season where we scored 3 in each. So if we go back to them, I asked Statsman Adam to just check this out. Port Vale beat them 3-0. Bradford beat them 3-0. MK Dons, what an away day that was. I really enjoyed that one. Beat them 3-0. And Chesterfield at home to finish it. Beat them 3-2. That was a bit of a nervy one, wasn't it? I think Lafferty was involved in that and may have scored. But thanks to our channel Statsman Adam, for confirming that. Now, we are going to talk about a little bit of team news. I really want to see Ollie Arblaster back. I think we all have. It's been such a long time, and it feels great seeing him back in the squad. I'd imagine he'll be on the bench for this one, perhaps not starting. That might just be a little bit too soon. But there are others that we can talk about, and our predicted lineup is sponsored by Shazbat Designs. Shaz, a long-time Sheff United Way supporter, a friend of all of us here on the channel. She's a self-employed pyrographer specializing in unique hand-burnt, personalized wooden gifts. No 2 pieces are ever the same, and also sells ready-made items on her website, shazbatdesigns.co.uk. You can actually get a discount with the code SUW, which you can put in at checkout, or just send her a message mentioning Sheff United Way. And Sharon's actually managed to, because of this channel and because of the work she's done, get involved with something that's really, really special. She's decorated the Hendo's tree at Sheffield Cathedral. There's lots of decorated trees in Sheffield Cathedral that you can go and see. And she's done a tremendous job with the Hendo's one. And that's just one of them. And in fact, you can vote for it as your favorite. The money raised during the event goes to charity. So only right that we say well done to Sharon, but also well done to all of those involved. So thank you very much to Shaz for supporting. Now, I asked Statsman Adam to give me his predicted 11 for Norwich City at home. Before we get to what he said, Ben Mee, we know he's had an operation on his hand, so likely out. Chris Wilder has said that it's going to be a case of sort of, let's see. And we will. That's often the way Chris plays it. Let's see. Very rarely giving too much away. It's a genuine one with McGuinness. And actually, Wilder has said that we will assess him. He rolled his ankle. The swelling has gone down. So he'll have a chance of being available. But I've got to be honest, I don't mind if we go with Bindon. And Statsman Adam has gone with Cooper in goal, Sariki, McCallum, who's been one of the players of the season, Tanganga, who's also in the conversation, and Bindon. Wilder has said, actually, of Tyler Bindon, Tyler has been great around the place, another one who's had a difficult start to his Sheffield United career, but gives everything in training, and the door's open. His performance was excellent. I thought the reaction of the supporters as well was excellent. Of course, he's talking about the Stoke win. That there might have been some hangovers from earlier in the season. I spoke with Stephen Bettis, and how impressed we were with Tyler and Siddy Peck, 2 players who got exposed at the start of the season. A lot of focus and criticism went Tyler Bindon's way, but from his first action on Saturday, he was brave, and I thought his partnership with Japhet Tanganga was really good. It was a seamless introduction, and if Mark McGuinness doesn't make it, Tyler will get an opportunity. Hopefully he grabs it the way Mark grabbed his. End quote from Chris Wilder. Interesting to see McGuinness has actually written on Instagram, see you at home tomorrow night. Then Statsman Adam continues. The midfield, Gus Harmer, Brooks, Peck, Riedeveld, and up front, he's gone with Cannon and Campbell. That's what he thinks Chris Wilder will do. What do you think Chris Wilder will go with for Norwich at the Lane? Let me know. Also, let me know your score predictions for this one as well. Macaulay has said so much confidence pouring through this team at the minute. Everyone will be chomping at the bit to get in. And absolutely, fans to get in and players to get in and stay in the team. There's real competition for places. Imagine with a fully fit midfield as well. Tom Davies, Arblaster, Riedeveld, hope we can keep him. There's discussions ongoing. Peck, Harmer, Callum O'Hare, Brooks. It's exciting. Probably an area of the team that doesn't actually need improving. Ian says, 3-1 before you ask. Patrick Bamford, Harmer and McCallum. Well, Statsman Adam hasn't given Bamf, as he's being called, not by me, the nod for this one. And who knows, it is that thick and fast Ollie Burke championship. We've just had the game on Saturday. We've got this Norwich game Tuesday. We've got West Bromwich Albion, or Halbion, as I sometimes call them, on Friday. You're going to need to rotate your squad. And there is now, as we've said, competition, real competition, serious competition for places. Also, I've been hearing from a few people that whisper to me. And they whispered to me in the past, and what they've told me has ended up often being the case. Dutch, Belgian, and Championship clubs all interested in Alex Matos in January. Watch this space. Now, a word for our sponsor and Sheff United Way. Delighted that IPM Group UK is our latest channel sponsor. IPM Group UK, South Yorkshire's experts in security, CCTV, and facilities management. They help keep stadiums, businesses, and events safe and running smoothly. Big thanks to IPM Group for supporting the channel. Check them out, ipmgroupuk.com. Our opponents are Norwich City, managed now by former Rangers boss Philippe Clement, the Belgian, who you may remember playing for Coventry in the late 90s. Now, the Canaries lost 3-2 to Watford in their last match away at Vicarage Road. So mind the Watford gap that is now emerging at the bottom. It should be said, I've watched the highlights, this was probably an unfair result. I thought Norwich deserved something from the game. Norwich twice went ahead. That danger man, Josh Sargent, scoring, and Shawartu, who's also another dangerous player who can pop up across the three that play behind Josh Sargent, often on the left. And City often played well. Here's what their manager said at full time. The result was not what we deserved. There was clear for everybody to see, even the Watford bench, we deserved something. It was a game we took in hand from the first minute. In the first half, we dominated, we had good chances, and we scored 2 good goals. At half-time, we had the motivation to kick on in the second half, but we didn't do that. Now, they certainly didn't, losing. Norwich lined up with a 4-2-3-1. Kovacevic in goal, Springett at right back, Fisher at left back, Darling, McConville completing the back four, McLean and Matson in the middle. McLean, a player that we've been linked with before. Forson, who's had his injury issues this season. Marcondes and Shawartu, who I've mentioned to you before, with Sargent up front. He's played 19 times, Josh Sargent, this season, scoring 6 and has 3 assists. Definitely a player I worry about. And you know, I love a good yank. They do have one name on their bench that you may remember in Anis Ben Slimani. Another dangerous player to keep an eye on is forward Matthias Visgarden, who's also been injured, but a player that is now involved. Let's head to what Norwich fans think. Roy'sViewFrom.com. Check out Roy. He's my friend. Stranger things have happened, largely on Netflix. But I would be pleasantly surprised if we, Norwich, got anything out of the game. Let's go to the next quote. Can't see us getting anything out of the game. Next quote. We are looking so much better under Phil, but I've just glanced at the table and it's not a good look. And I can only see us being blown away by Sheff United. Sheff United are still our peers. They are also at the bottom. Next quote. I think a win versus the Blades is totally possible if we play as positively as we did in the first half against Watford. We're still growing. And this quote, my second team is Sheffield Wednesday. So not much sport to laugh about. Check that person's hard drive instantly. Now that brings us to the referee, and this section is brought to you by our friends Parrot Peel. Parrot Peel is a virtual band. Their members, loads of them are Sheffield United fans, so support them. Parrotpeel.com, PARROTPEEL.com. Check out Pop Songs Your Mum Would Like, which is their latest album. Now the referee for this one is Josh Smith. How much of an impact will the referee actually have on this game because he's taken charge of 13 matches this season. He's given 43 yellows, which is about average. It's par for the course, 2 reds and just 1 penalty. He's already refereed Norwich this season. They've lost a fair few games, so chances are he was going to be a ref when they lost, and he was. They lost 2-0 at home to Hull City on the 1st of November. But you may also remember he was the man in the middle for our 4-1 defeat at home, which I think caught all of us by surprise, certainly Ruben Sayers, against Bristol City. That was to kick the season off, and for Ruben, it would only be downhill from there. We actually have a really poor record when this referee has been the ref for us, Josh Smith. He's been our ref 9 times, and we've only won 2 of those. Now we come to our score prediction. If you'd like your score prediction shared here as well as to support us, you know you can do it. It is very, very simple to do. You can actually become part of our Patreon and get involved in our WhatsApp group as well at patreon.com/Sheff United Way. It really helps us to continue to do what we do. You'll also get the invite to the Sheff United Way Christmas party, which sounds like a lot of fun. What do you think the result will be? Let me know. And I would always like to share your thoughts. We've actually, Dean Cambridge, that's quite near to Norwich, saying 2-0 up the Blades. Ben is saying, I think it'll be 2-1 Blades, and I would have the team that you have, but would have Bamford and Campbell up front. Yeah, I quite like that. It'll depend, really, won't it? We don't know how Patrick Bamford is going to have reacted. He not played a lot of football. He sort of sounded like I was from the south, like Chad when he does the watch-alongs. It doesn't sound like he's played a lot of football prior to joining us, so maybe he will need a rest. But absolutely, if he's fit, I would go with that as well. Blades definitely win. Top team up the Blades, says Julie. So good they named her twice. Now, Blades 3-0, says Kyle. Mr. Paul agrees, whereas our Nick thinks 3-1. That was a little throwback to Cilla Black there and Blind Date. So he thinks Norwich grab a goal. Jord also thinks Norwich grab a goal and goes 3-1 United. There is a lot of confidence I'm noticing here. No one actually has yet said anything other than Sheffield United win. Scott believes we win 2-0. Mark believes Sheffield United win 2-0. I don't like it when we all get a little bit too confident. Overconfidence, not a good thing. Like I said that Norwich played really well. And Norwich fans will tell you this. In that first half against Watford, they were good. They are starting to get better under a new manager. And there is going to be a game for the Canaries where it all clicks. They might feel the pressure's off them, and this is a bit of a free hit away from home. They've got winnable games coming up. This is what my friend, who's a Norwich fan, exactly what he said to me earlier. I actually haven't looked at their fixtures, but I'm taking what he said as read. So they might relax for this one, and sometimes that can be, as we often see at the end of the season, some strange results with teams who've got nothing to play for. Well, they might see this either as we have to win, we're in the relegation zone, or because there's other games coming up, this isn't the one that's going to define our season. And they'll just sort of relax, breathe easy, bit of confidence around the place after a good performance, even though they lost first half against Watford. I don't know. I'm just saying, let's not get overconfident. This is going to be a hard game, and we're going to have to win those points the hard way. It will be hard-fought points. I do back our boys. I do believe, and I want to thank all of you for believing in the Sheff United way, for watching or listening to this match preview. If you don't already, do check out our audio podcast. Leave us a review on Apple if you get a moment. Only takes a second. And let's hope for yet another, it's going so well, 3 points. Olé, olé, olé.